US stocks have been rising for a second day in a row. Yesterday, traders got to know a weekly update on US unemployment claims. On the one hand, they are disappointed about bigger than expected growth in continuing jobless claims. On the other hand, this supported the US stock market as a slowdown in the US employment ensured investors that the US Fed would not tighten monetary policy ahead of schedule in light of an expected 4.2% surge in consumer inflation in April. Unlike the rally of US stocks, oil prices have been going steeply down for 3 days straight. Experts say that such a sharp fall fits into the technical pattern 3 black crows. Oil prices have slumped nearly 7%. However, there are no reasons for predicting a further downtrend. Oil is going through a downward correction. Indeed, the global economic recovery boosts demand for crude. Yesterday, all 3 benchmark indexes closed with gains. The high-tech index locked the biggest growth. The S&P 500 climbed 1%, still undershooting its recent historic high. The technical chart of the S&P 500 is creating a reversal pattern, so the index will again make efforts to conquer a fresh peak. Hypothetically, it could climb another 2%. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 is now trading at about 4,160. It's expected to halt in the corridor of 4,120 and 4,200. At the same time, the US dollar has been extending weakness. Its index tumbled to the lowest level in 4 months. The US currency seems to lack impetus for a bounce. Today, the US dollar index touched 89.70. It's expected to trade in the corridor of 89.40 to 90.20. Notably, the euro reinforced to 1.20 to 30 against the greenback, but the euro seems to be exhausted and overbought. The Canadian dollar is trading at near 1.2040 versus its American rival. Being the commodity currency, the loonie stalled its growth amid a 3-day fall of oil prices. However, this is not the only factor to influence Canada's economy. According to the chart, Canada's CPI for April released today turned out to be higher than expected. This will enable the loonie to gain ground amid the bullish outlook for the oil market. The USD CAD pair is likely to trade in the corridor of 1.2000 to 1.2150 when it opens on Monday. Bitcoin has been trading flat since yesterday. The price of the most popular digital token remains at $40,700. As it was set yesterday, this is exactly between support and resistance. Thus, the price needs a market catalyst for exciting the trading range in a particular direction. According to online charts of trade volumes at major crypto exchanges, large investors and firms decided to buy the #1 cryptocurrency at the time of its plunge as low as $30,000. Apparently, they are interested in long-term investments. All in all, there are odds that Bitcoin will rebound to the level of $48,000 at the beginning of the next week. The economic calendar is empty today. The US stock market is on track to close the week with growth. The US Treasury Department is going to make a concession to businesses. It proposes to set the lowest corporate tax at 15% for transnational companies. Earlier, the tax equaled to 21%. Will this plan come into practice? Time will show. That's all for today. We keep monitoring the financial market situation. Subscribe to our channel and see you on Monday. We wish you profitable deals and have a nice weekend.